There's always a time for conception of a vision. In between a conceived vision, there is an allocated time in the future to have the vision fulfilled. The most important gap that must be well understood that comes in between the future time frame of the vision and the conception of the vision. That little gap period is what will either cause the vision to be fulfilled or cause the vision to fail. I conceived a vision, and a time is allocated for the fulfillment, and a beautiful grace period is given to me to learn about the vision, to study everything I need about the vision, to develop skills on how to write the vision, make it plain. I need to get myself customized for the vision. You know what? If you fail in that little gap period that God has given you towards the allocated time for the vision, you will lose the vision. Because you are not prepared and developed mentally, spiritually, emotionally, intellectually to manifest the vision. I know the vision God has called me from my childhood. In 2010, He released me to start it in a little place. Before 2010, I began the preparation from 1986, a vision to be started in 2010, a vision that was conceived in 1986 was allocated to start in 2010. When I got to 2010, the door for the ministry opened. Here is the paradox. The most interesting part of this whole thing is that whether I was prepared for it or not, whether I was ready for the vision or not, in 2010, God is faithful to open the door for me. Did you get that now? As long as the vision is of God, as long as you've conceived it, a time is allocated for it. God is a God of laws. So when that vision is conceived in the realms, a time is allocated for it to start in Chronos. So God gives you a period of time for development, for studies, for experience, for tribulations, for services, for heart development, heart for people, especially if you are a minister. Heart for people, heart for people. Jesus wept. Heart for people, heart for people. Experiences. I studied and went through hell. Like that, God allowed me to go through every possible training required to start. And I embraced each and every development required. And guess what? When I studied, I had the wisdom too. Each phase we had to climb, God allows a certain level of tribulation come to test me again. If I'm ready for it. If I'm not ready, then He suspends it. Sometimes we must not lose our times. The timing of the Spirit is important. At what point are we ready? It is in that point that we have optimized the gap period. Don't play with the gap period between the conception of the vision and the allocated time for it in the future to what it got to do.